Good morning. Welcome to our Keto Kitchen. Today we're going to make Halloween cookies. I've already set up the supplies. Let me show you. Now today we're going to use the sweetener Allulose and liquid stevia. These are going to replace erythritol. Now if you want to learn more about Allulose, I'm going to add a link to a Cleveland Clinic article. It explains more in depth. Now allulose is a naturally occurring sugar in some foods. Now this is processed. It's 1/10 the sugar and 1/10 the carbs. It has some gut health benefits too. If you want to learn more in depth, look in the description for the link. Let's preheat the oven to 325 degrees. We need 6 tablespoons of butter and 1/2 cup of allulose. Beat them together well until they're smooth. One egg, and add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla and 1/2 teaspoon of liquid stevia. Beat well. Oops. Now add 1 tablespoon of coconut flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Beat well. Now 2 cups of almond flour. Beat well. Now we're going to roll out the dough. Make sure you use some parchment paper. Put one on the bottom and cover it on the top and then roll. Get about 1/3 of an inch thickness, not too thin and not too thick. chill it in the refrigerator for a minimum of 1 hour. Now yesterday I mixed up some dough and it's all ready. So let's swap these out. Take off the top parchment paper, but leave it on the cold cookie sheet. That'll help the dough stay more firm. This dough is very soft. You're going to cook it until the edges start to brown. For me, that's about 8 minutes. Now form the dough again and roll it out again and put it in the fridge to cool. Not for very long. Cut out the rest of the cookies. Now while the cookies were cooling, I mixed up some icing. I filmed it too, but oh, it was terrible. Let me show you. The butter and the allulose never really creamed up together. So I tried it a different way. I melted the butter. Now this was much better, but it tasted terrible. So we're going to drop the icing and we're going to use chocolate. Now this is the type of chocolate we used in last week's video. Choco Zero. It's our favorite chocolate. This is the milk chocolate and the white chocolate. There's no sugar alcohols and no erythritol. They use monk fruit and resistant dextrin. That's a fiber that's made from non-GMO corn. So we have half a cup of chips in each bowl. I've also added 1 teaspoon of coconut oil because I want this to be thinner so I can drizzle it on the cookies. I might not need all 3 of them, but for sure we want chocolate and for sure I want white. I want to make one orange and maybe we'll make one purple. We'll see. So I'm going to microwave it at 50% power for 30 seconds. Stir it and do it again. 30-second intervals at a time. If you cook it too fast or too hot, the chocolate's going to seize up, get hard and lumpy. Now, the more volume of chocolate, the less that'll happen. But when you just microwave a few, it'll seize up for sure. Probably going to take 3 go rounds. It's getting warm. Maybe 2 will be enough. Yeah, 2's going to be enough. Stir it until it gets really smooth. Now I have 3 groups of cookies, but I want to start all of them off with the white chocolate. Now let's make some orange. Now last week I told you not to add the color after you melt the chocolate or it'll seize up. But I think this is fine because it was already cool. If it'd still been hot and I added the coloring, it would have seized up. And I think the coconut oil makes it smoother too. Now let's do the chocolate. Again, 50% power for up to 30 seconds. Stir it, then again, until it's melted. Yeah, that's it. That's enough. Stir, stir, stir until it melts. We're only going to do 1 set of cookies with the chocolate. Now for the purple, I put 2 teaspoons of coconut oil for half a cup of white chips, because it's going to require more food coloring. We're going to see if this works. Yeah, it ran off and got in the bottom, so let's get to stirring. We're going to try 15 more seconds. I don't want the color to burn. Yeah, 15 seconds was enough. It's more of a gray color, but that'll be okay. Now, while the chocolate's cooling and getting hard, let's prepare the bags. We're going to put these in individual serving bags. That's how Dale and I control our portion size. That's really important for our success. Now, these cute little treat bags came with the cookie cutters. I bought them last year. We're going to make one for Dale for Halloween Day. These are cute. There's one of each. Let's put them in the treat bag for Dale. They're nice and chewy, very flexible. And the chocolate adds an extra sweetness. Without the chocolate, they're not a really sweet cookie. This is going to help the cookies not stick together. And, again, control portion size. Now, if you're new to us, I've lost 150 pounds and Dale has lost 60. It took me 1 year to lose 100 pounds and then about 4 years to lose 50 more. I've been doing keto for 7 years. Halloween Day for Dale. We love to celebrate. We'll find any reason. We celebrate everything. I keep Dale's cookies in the freezer. He tends to have one small dessert for lunch every day. Thank you for visiting our keto kitchen. See you later. Bye-bye.